Kidrobot Transformers versus G.I. Joe. A amazing 80s style comic book that was done by Tom Sicoli. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce this. It's such an interesting spelled name, Sicoli. I love his stuff. It's such a shame that I can't pronounce his name, but I absolutely love his stuff. His book was one of the shining lights of the IDW stuff that was going on uh, about a couple of years ago, and his stuff very, very, Jack Kirby inspired kind of. I don't even know how to describe anyone who's ever read New Gods or has seen a lot of Jack Kirby's kind of celestial kind of stuff. It's very
What Thor
inspired
was
by
based
that.
on, the Thor Ragnarok had a lot
Yeah,
of heavy
yeah.
inspiring.
It's so if you're a big fan of that stuff, Tom's run of Transformers versus GI Joe was just absolutely incredible. And Tom he started in Image Comics, which is, Image Comics, say what you will about Image Comics, but a lot of talented people worked at that company
No,
and a lot
still
of great
talent still works there, and they're making
still
money,
works
man.
there. But I mean like some of the pillars
Still.
in my opinion of the comic book industry
Hmm.
went through that company.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm just saying that just because
yeah,
Walking Dead is one of those things
yeah,
birthed
it's
out of
true.
it.
Still there. Yeah, that's right.
So
And
there's
Eric
still.
Larson still doing Savage Dragon, baby.
Yep.
So,
Sorry. Go on.
yeah, no, yeah. So, anyways, as I was saying, so what does this have to do with anything? Well, we weren't ever really going to get Transformers versus GI Joe stuff based off of those crazy designs and crazy art style from Tom's miniseries, but Kid Robot recently put out, and as of this recording, they went live. Finally, you could now buy the cases. We talked about this in the past on the podcast. Now we finally have in-hand images of the actual toys. When we were talking about these before, all we had were these flat, like concept arty, like here's what it might look like kind of images. Now we finally got fully painted in hand images of these, and these look spectacular. I honestly started contacting friends going like, do you want to go in on a case? You know? Because I really want all of these. They look amazing. So again, to just like go over like who's in the crew, because now it's like more or less 100% confirmed at this point. I guess I'll just read the side of the box more or less.
Go
So you
for
have
it.
Cobra Commander, you got Baroness, you got Flag, which is one of the members from GI Joe. You got Grimlock. You got Grimlock Blue Metallic, which is G2 Grimlock. You got Scarlet. You got Optimus Prime. You got Optimus Prime CID, which is again it's like the zombie version. You got Wheeljack. You got Bazooka from GI Joe. You got Serpentress, which is Serpentor but a female version. You got Shockwave. You got Snake Eyes. You got Soundwave. You got Starscream with his battle damage, which I don't want to spoil, but just read the book.
Hmm.
You want Bumblebee. You got Bumblebee. You got Megatron and Destro. Now, of this assortment, from what it looks like, the chase figures, because it's blind packed Kid Robot stuff, so there's always like some that are easily to get in these cases as opposed to others. Like obviously Bumblebee is going to be like three per case of 48 figures. The ones that are going to be the most difficult looks like the G2 Grimlock variant is one out of every 95 figures. And the Serpentress is 1 out of 96.
Whew.
Now, a box, like how it works is one box of figures holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 24. So to give you an idea, you could buy quite a few boxes, and I don't mean like singular boxes, I mean boxes like display boxes of
Hmm.
24 and not get those chase figures. So this is going to be. That's why I was already talking to friends about, hey, you want to go in on a case? Because I was going to go like, okay, I'll open up everything,
Oh
make a
God.
set for myself, and then anything you wanted afterwards from an individual. Oh, you want a Starscream? I'll get you the Starscream. Like just so because if you buy, I believe a sealed box of 24 is 200 and something dollars from
Wow.
Earth Entertainment. I think it's $224. So it's not cheap. These vinyl figures and this kind of stuff like Tokidoki and Kid Robot, and there's a few other companies like it. These things usually they sell between $10 and $15 a blind box.
Mm.
So getting a full case, you save money, but it's not
It's a
cheap.
lot. It's a lot up front.
And I mean, Transformers has gone this route before. There was a line called Loyal Subjects, which did a similar thing too, but it was more in an SD kind of scale. This is something that's just more. It's a little above an SD scale. It's more just, hey, if you really like Tom's work, we
Hmm.
have these awesomely painted figures that look like Tom's stuff
And one thing
and
I
are
want to
really.
give a shout out to is the art on all these boxes. They're super nice.
That's all Tom's art.
It's
It,
so good.
yeah, that's his style, and it's just I like this is probably the closest we will ever get to his miniseries in figures. And what I'm showing here essentially is the blind packed vinyl miniseries, but there also is the same thing done with keychains, which also unfortunately are going to be blind packed. Pins, which also unfortunately are going to be
Yeah.
blind packed. There's an entire product line related to these designs. So if you really enjoy his work, right now Earth Entertainment has, if you're a store and stuff, you could pick up the display cases and all the assortments and stuff like that. It's a little pricey, but if you do want to wait it out, this stuff is probably going to be showing up in stores within the coming weeks, and then you'll be able to take the plunge, buy a blind pack, and see what you get. I know for a fact I just really want to get the Optimus Prime. I really want to get the Soundwave, the Starscream, the Shockwave, all the Transformer ones. But even the GI Joe ones, the Baroness looks really good. The Cobra Commander looks really good. The Scarlet looks really good. Like the coloring on them again because it's matching that Jack Kirby kind of dot matrix coloring style. It comes out amazingly on these figures.
Mm.
Like I'm really excited about these.